Okay, fortunately I didn't lose anything, but still kind of annoying. I done lost internet for a second there. Da, 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 da. Okay. There we go. Turn this off now. Differently named lands. Oh, that's not why I'm playing it, but that is funny. Yeah, we'll craft this. Sending it. We're all in. Okay. New Spider-Man set came out on Magic Arena. It is a different set of cards artistically and by title, but mechanically it's the same. Um, I could go into spiel about that. Maybe I will. Who knows? It's kind of weird, but I sort of prefer the Magic fantasy kind of thing in Magic. I don't have a problem with Spider-Man though. It's just kind of weird to have a Spider-Man set, but I guess every single game in existence wants to copy Fortnite, so Call of Duty and stuff, everyone's just trying to have every single IP in the same game, like Ready Player One type nonsense, the metaverse, if you will. But anyways, this commander specifically is just Gonti, but it's Gonti on steroids, so it's 5 mana instead of 4. I think Gonti has Death Touch. I think it does. This does not have Death Touch. It looks at the top 9 instead of 4, but you see 2 cards instead of 1. So, pretty nice. I like this. In Standard, it's exceptionally consistent, because it's only 60 cards, and 9 cards is a massive chunk of your opponent's deck, and you're likely to hit something really good, and you get 2 of those things. I have a bunch of mana sources. Oh wait, the other really notable card in the new set, well, there's a few of them, I suppose. This is a cool effect, a tuck, I guess, a tuck kind of style thing. It's really good against Ketramos too, so it's just a way to get rid of it, at least for a second. And then there's another removal spell that has some other stuff on it that might matter. The really nice one to me is this thing. This is just a mana rock. I don't even know why this is a mana rock, but it is. It probably goes in every single commander deck with black in it forever. So it's indestructible, adds 1 mana, it costs 2 mana to cast, and then it has the exile a creature you control to this... wait. Harness the Terminus of Return. Okay. I had to actually sit there and read that for a second. I don't know why it reads like that, but it does. Normally cards like this say, like, exile a creature you control, activate or enable Origin or something, but I guess it says harness the Terminus of Return, and harnessing enables Origin. Worded a bit confusing, but... So you exile a creature to it, and then pay 7 mana, and then you have essentially another version of, what is it, Virtue of Persistence, but it's only your graveyard, right? Yeah. But it's just a crazy, crazy card. I would probably play this as a commander, honestly, if you could do that. So aside from stealing my opponent's my opponent's cards, I have a bunch of mana rocks and whatnot, because this does cost 5. Giant goofy things, because they just work with a bunch of mana. And the idea of mana rocks is so it's a lot easier to cast my opponent's stolen cards. It's not a color issue, it's just having the mana to reasonably cast stuff that you steal. Like if you see a 10-drop or something weird and you would like to have it, then it's ideal to also try to cast it. Like your opponent summon Bahamut or something. But yeah, we'll see what happens. New cards. New cards. Plays like Gonti. And I can do all of my quests. Alright. I knew I could do 2 of them, but I couldn't remember what the one I re-rolled was. Did I clear my quests yesterday? New sets always come with quests. Also, I lost internet, if I didn't already said that. I dropped out for a second there. Hey, it's a new commander. It's actually one of the more interesting ones, too. There's not a lot of crazy... Am I in standard? Okay, yeah. So let's say there's not a lot of crazy artifacts with this. So it's not like the same as Tamiyo. I'm sure being on the play with this is actually insane, though. We'll see. It's at its best. Definitely. 1-minute commanders can always be spooky. But I am curious what the artifact package is that is not a bunch of mana rocks. Maybe a bunch of mana rocks is fine. Maybe that's just fine. Okay, they didn't tap it. I don't know if you can cast things off turn. Like, can you flash in a 2-drop here? Does it get around casting restriction? Who knows? They didn't have a 2-mana artifact, though. So far, it's just keeping up with the amount of mana they already have anyways. You know, like the art of it? Yeah, it's a little weird, I guess. Okay, so far they haven't played anything that I find myself deeply concerned with. So, I can play my commander next turn. I'll just try to kill this, because I want to. I don't have to play a mana rock. I don't even really care if they protect this. They do protect it, alright. I feel as though they're able to put into play most things at this point anyways, as a mono-blue standard artifact deck. I lost, I disconnected for a bit there. That's what happened to it. Okay. Sure. I like it. This is all very honest. I wonder if they would have spell pierced this. Probably. Probably. Do you have an artifact for this? What does this turn into? Flying Vigilance Combat. Something becomes a 2-2. Okay. Does it stay a 2-2? No. Alright. They don't have any mana. I can probably just not play Cavernous Souls. It doesn't really matter, but I think there's probably some kind of value in hiding that. Alright, 9 cards. Let's go. Meteor Golem. And... Oh! Alright. Alright. We like that. Let me tell you. We like that. Those are some of the really good artifacts. There is also the 8-mana giant thing as well. So ideally there's no... Well, we'll see. There's no answering my commander either, which is really nice. Alright, we stationed. Unfortunately, there's more creatures than Liliana can now deal with. And I'm still kind of getting hosed by counterspells, which is extremely annoying. Let's not gift a card and just try to mess up the hand, I guess. Uh-huh. And then play... Could play it on Golem. Either way, I should probably try to kill this. I could name Golem. Let's just name Rogue. I'm not really sold that I need to name Golem. I don't think the game is about Meteor Golem anyways. Equal or less than? Okay, so it can be less than. That's a cool artifact. Alright, they do blow out Cavernous Souls anyways. I guess I wasn't going to have access to it. I mean, I don't have any rogues, but... My opponent blowing that up makes me think there's a counterspell, because why else would you do it? Nah, maybe it just makes sense no matter how you slice it. Okay, so... You can just start casting random things in order that makes me not upset if they get countered. Because if Liliana gets countered, I'm upset. Counterspells, card draw, and artifacts. Opponent has a lot of splashy nonsense in there. They also got the Meteor Golem under the Ghost Vacuum. Ideally, my opponent didn't find the 8-mana giant thing. Uh-oh. YouTube's having an issue. I'm having connection issues. It's very unfortunate. I really didn't want to see another creature. I'm not gonna lie. So, land... Yep. Removal spell, please? One time? Ugh. Okay, well they could have blown up the Arcane Signet. And they did not blow up the Arcane Signet. Come on, game. Ugh, it's ridiculous. I have an insane amount of cards in my deck that are excellent. They're even a land. Even a land. That's just ridiculous. Alright. I'm gonna argue that I just got exceedingly unlucky that game. My opponent gave me an insane amount of time, and I just didn't do anything with it. Removal spell, board wipes, a land. I think that's it. Of course I draw Duress. Just in time. And then you wonder why I hate Duress. Then you wonder why. Wonder why I don't like discard spells. Okay. Just need one land. At some point soon. Alright, found it. Heir Apparent? What? That doesn't seem to work with this commander, does it? Okay. Let's play... Mana? I do have Seasonal Loss in my hand, so... Is this actually just Heir Apparent? Spam? To me, that is unusual. It doesn't have anything to do with this commander, right? One, two, three, four. Oh, well, I don't have a choice then. Whoop. That is not a Heir Apparent. Okay. I don't need this banner. I could have probably just done it anyway. So let's, well, stealing cards from this opponent seems kind of lame when it's a bunch of rabbits. Let's just draw cards and leave up a bunch of mana. Guess I could have played my commander instead. I don't know. Okay, I can't notably kill that, which is extremely... Oh, wait. Haha. The new card. Right. Almost forgot. Thought you were going to draw a card. You thought you were going to draw. Little did you know. Little did you know, opponent. Wow, that's a lot of lands. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of lands. I guess I could just take the mill card. Because it's funny. Have I played a land? Oh, well, if I did, I didn't find one. That was a lot of lands. That was an insane amount of lands, actually. I'd be a bit blown away if this ended up doing what my opponent wanted in the long run. Let's, I think I just want to keep killing it. Yeah, I'm gonna keep killing this. I will gift you a card. I will take the, that card, so I don't lose to it, I guess. This is crew 3? Sure. Wait, no, that's not at all what I want to do. Yeah, I can start swinging. Let's play random thing. I could have maybe just not swung with my commander. Alright, they're over it. So, a bunch of heir apparents splashed into a bunch of random nonsense. How much would this have milled for? 28? Yeah, this would have been probably the best possible thing they could have had. So I'm glad I took it. But, yeah. I wonder if they drew it off the gift. That's funny. Like, it wasn't actually in their hand. Okay. Actually found things that were not rabbits to steal. This is the... What is this? In web, okay. Okay. Kind of... I think I'm taking out the discard spells, I'm not gonna lie to you. Every time they're in my hand, I'm disappointed. Please play the land. Thank you. Please and thank you. Get lost doesn't really matter. I guess I'll just take that. They're all sort of the exact same. They named Artifact? I'm confused. I'm confused. How long is it like that? It's forever? Okay. What is useless here? I think Liliana's a bit useless. I mean, so is the second artifact anyways. Let's play... I don't even know if anything even matters here, really. I guess I'll just cast the removal spell. Oh, I should have done it pre-combat. Alright, looks like I didn't get punished. But I was probably supposed to do this before they untapped there. That was a mistake. Yep, I got a 1-1 off of it. Yep, I actually just destroyed my own soul. Excellent. I'm under the impression I need more removal. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not dead. So that's cool. They do not know about the cover-up. Oh, am I dead? 7, 8, 9. Oh, 12, whatever. Okay. That game felt a bit less ridiculous than the first game, but still another game I really am convinced I should just be trampling over creature decks. Okay, this is why I absolutely detest discard spells. So I'm taking them out. Cruel Claw's Heist is probably still fine. It's at least on theme, I guess. I don't know. More removal, more card draw, more anything. Depressurize is actually solid. Shoot the Sheriff kills most things in Standard. Let's just try those two. It doesn't have to be complicated here. Should not really be getting crushed by creature decks like that. Especially as mono black. We shall accommodate. So far, Commander's, I've seen a bunch of strategies I haven't seen yet. Actually, this one too. I don't think I've seen this in Standard. Okay, well, we have the funny card. I will take your witness protection. Thank you very much. Kinda sad I can't cast anything else this turn, but I don't care. Hard to not do that. Another creature deck, by the way. Does that matter? Not quite. I can probably just not play this here because of the turn cycle in which I did stuff. Was this worth it? I think I'm swinging for 5. I don't think I'm playing this. I'd probably play it next turn. In all honesty there. So I can play this and do nothing else. Can kill their commander and do nothing else. Let's play this. Oh, but then I can't kill their commander. What am I even going to try to steal, though? There's like nothing to actually try to steal. So I'm just going to This just sets up effectively the same thing anyways. I just take way less damage. Okay, that doesn't matter. What does this do? Okay. They didn't put it on their card there. Yeah, I'm just getting again, I'm just getting crushed by, like, random creatures. Just draft nonsense is just beating me. I think I have every board wipe in Standard that Black can play. I'm pretty sure I do. Could be wrong about that. Maybe my opponent has one? River's Rebuke. Well, that helps. I think. I don't know, does it? Overlord is interesting too. Just a creature to block and not die is also ideal. And then we play Virtue, Kill. When you cast Instant Spell, 1/1. Yeah, let's kill this thing. It's the most straightforward stats. I could have probably just killed the flyer, I don't know. I'm also maybe just dead anyways. Opponent hasn't had any issues hesitating or having any, like, any problems. 10, 11, 12, 13, still dead. Yeah, unbelievable. Another game, I feel like I just... I don't know. It's just continuously happening. I don't... maybe I'm just drawing bad. The mana rocks haven't been problematic. I should not be losing those games. Or, well, all of them. What are the other sweepers? I'm pretty sure I have all of them. Maybe I'm missing one. Villainous Wrath? That's not what is it? Target opponent loses life equal to the number of creatures they control. Alright, so we got a new one. Can I craft it? Of course I can't. We did get a new one. I don't know if Terror Tide is... Yeah, that's not going to work, is it? No. Does this do it? So for 4 mana, -2/-2, that doesn't really help me at all. This is just too much mana. This is way too much mana. Maybe it's still possible. Maybe it's still possible. I really wish I got this. Alright, well, there's another one. Signet? What? What Signet? What card is named Signet? Arcade Signet? Is that it? Yeah, I don't know what card you're talking about. You scared me for a second. Yeah, Signet's in here. What does Genova do? Oh, okay, that thing. Okay. The old indestructible Signet here. When this dies, each play. Okay. This is a really weird card. I'm seeing it more and more. That's also a weird card. I like it. Something about Solemn Simulacrum and Mono Black is just like so satisfying. I'm not going to give you a lander token. Let's play this thing? Yeah, we have time. We have time to play this. I will. I shall warp it. Oh, I could have swung. I could have swung. Can't block. I actually almost want to put a land into play, but let's just put that into play. Don't you naturalize. What are you doing? Wait, what are you doing? What is this? Whenever another non-token... Okay, it's that card that we just had ourselves. I suppose I'm just taking it. Alright, that's a pretty nice one. Each player... So, 1, 2, 3. Okay. They did draw a bunch of cards, but they don't have a bajillion mana in play or anything. Well, I didn't expect Kona out of this deck. That's not ideal. Okay. I'm above 10, so Liliana gets the job done. I can play this first. If I was above 10, I probably couldn't do this. Or, if Bloodghast had haste, I should just say that. I'm obviously above 10. Oh, they found haste anyways. Of course they did. Let's just play Commander. Give me anything. Virtue is nice. And another removal spell is nice. We like those. I can play this as a 7/5 and just pass the turn. I don't think I've ever actually cast this card before. What was that? They plotted that thing. They could have just cast it, but I mean, it probably would make sense to just always plot it. I'm gonna have to trade here. There's no way I don't trade. Could put a land into play. It's kind of the same without having a risk of the land getting blown up. Oh, I thought these treasures were untapped. Okay, making me sack my commander is probably not a good idea here. I don't know if I would do that. Maybe it makes sense. I don't know. Doesn't feel like it does. But what do I know? We're not here to think. We're here to steal. Alright, we've seen 18 cards. We'll take that, and we can exile my opponent's Bloodghast. Can also just cast this. And I think I will exile Bloodghast. I also get my commander back, which is what we like to see. Ideally, there's no haste here. Oh my goodness, please. Nope, none of that has haste. Thankfully, I'd have my work cut out for me if it had haste. Solemn Simulacrum or Vestige? I think this is... Actually, this gets a land and something else. So I guess I'll just do that. I mean, Vestige puts a card for free into play. It's all like kind of similar. Let's play... we should just lead with this before something weird happens. I could have activated the Terminus, but I'm not sure. That might be too much mana in this spot. Okay. Can recast my commander again? Can wait a turn? What does building up more mana even accomplish? Let's just cast it again. I don't think I need more mana in play or anything. Alright, I've seen 27 cards, which is almost my opponent's entire deck. And I can just keep taking things I don't want to play against. Like these two. They're not, like, busted for me, but they're still just decent. And, yeah, we'll leave up removal. Gotta be careful. Phyrexian Arena. Trying to kill my opponent in 10 turns might actually be a thing here, so... Return creature card to your graveyard or the battlefield. Nothing I can do. Just kill him. Kill him! Alright, we're gonna start stealing game-closing cards. So I can close the game out. Let us... I think I'm gonna just do this because, well, I mean, it's in my thing for a reason. This is indestructible. I can keep my commander... Oh, no, no, it exiles it. Alright, never mind, it doesn't work that way. Let's play... Skullspore Nexus? Alright, we're getting stuff done here. In a weird way. And then... Mana Rock? Again, I don't need more mana. I can just chill with a bunch of removal. Double the target power executed whenever a creature dies. Okay, so I can target my own card and make it dummy huge in response to something. This is a game where my opponent drew like 11 cards. When this enters, if it isn't a token, make 2 tokens. Okay. When it dies... Okay. That's a pretty interesting card. I don't normally ever see that one. But fortunately, I have a lot of removal. So, yeah. Oh, they do have trample, though. Problems. I didn't think of that. They have trample. Yeah, whoops. Alright, well, not much I can do about it now. Kill that, have more stats than my opponent. Actually, we can just play this. The Demon in the Grave just, Oh, it is decayed counters, huh? Yeah, it is. Yikes. Do I have any exile? No? Alright, kind of unfortunate. Devious cover-up it is. So I don't die. Otherwise I would die, so... Let's not die. Kinda tragic. We shall take this. They had Massacre Worm in their hand. Wow. No haste in the library, though. I have a massive, massive token, which they can't kill. Let's play you. And ward doesn't matter. Play you. This can potentially jump block randomly? Alright, giant token. What do you got? Is there removal in the graveyard? No, but they can reanimate this and find removal. So this token probably isn't going to get there. I haven't seen Massacre Worm and couldn't tell you. Oh, they also just have this, sure. I'm gonna kill this one before the others show up. Does this give trample? No. That thing. Is there any way to gain life? That's the main thing. I don't think so. Oh, there's Ujin. Haha. Ujin gains life. Alright, we're good. Almost didn't see it. Wow, I can play both of these. Oh, this is peak. Crazy game. Kind of have to gain life here. I'm gonna play it exceptionally safe and just continuously kill the creatures. All right, we did it. We did. Oh, right. I forgot. They're dead to the token. I should probably kill the blocker. Forgot there's a 40 points flying in the face right here. Sack this, gain life equal to your speed. Yeah, that wasn't going to save him. All right, close game. I probably misplayed a little at some point there, but yeah, after honestly looping through my opponent's deck, this is where Gonti, this just outshines Gonti, is when you spam this card, you can actually just take all of your opponent's win conditions, and then you don't even really need to cast them. You just stop them from having access to maybe the 5 best cards in their deck, and that'll work out sometimes, like it did here. Yeah, but that Ouroboros turn was a little awkward. I gave him more counters than I should have, but never punished. Literally can't be punished. Unpunishable. Cool deck from the opponent. That was a game. Again, they drew like 11 cards. Their commander actually did something. Glarb. Yeah, I like the, Oh, wow, somebody playing Molt Tender. A Molt Tender Truther. Love it. Yeah, I prefer the arts we have on Arena. Okay, well, there's always the chance I just lose. It's cool. Alright, we lose. Nice. I'm not legally allowed to complain about the mana system in Magic. I've had my allotted time to it already. Can't break contract. I think the arena arts are a bit incohesive. They're like all over the place. But if it's supposed to be a splash of every plane, then so be it. I mean, I like it. Okay, I'm going to assume this is not pay 27 mana, kill your opponent. But it would be cool if it was. It would be cool if it was. Haha, you fool! What is castable? Okay, I was not going to take that. That is very strange. Why would you ever cast that? Phyrexian Arena is annoying. Yes. Wait a minute. Is this actually 27 mana, kill your opponent? No way. I refuse to believe. I refuse to believe. Ward, discard a card. How much does this matter? Does it matter? What is mattering? Alright, let's just cast this. 9 cards, what do you got? Ooh, alright. I'll take... Ooh! Oh my goodness, it might actually be 27 mana with kill your opponent. Let's... Ooh, jeez. Okay, I want Blasphemous Spadoodle. By all means, kill this. I can just recast it. I don't... Full stop, I don't even agree with killing it. I think you should just let it sit in play. I do not agree with that. So... Let's see. Arena... And food token? Double Arena seems reckless. Yeah, double Arena seems very reckless. Probably not a good idea. Outrageous Robbery? No, I'm not running that. I don't really feel like I should play that. So let's just deal with this now. I don't like it doing stuff. The lower my life total, the easier their commander has of killing me. That is very annoying. I just have to edict this. There's no getting around that. This technically has almost hexproof, but there's sweepers in my opponent's deck. It's pretty easy to deal with. It's also not even actually that scary. Well, that's actually not totally true. That's not totally true. Alright, can I play it and also leave up removal mana? I can. Alright, I will. Alright, Valgavoth, you know what to do. You know what to do. You get him good. Get him good. Come on, cast a spell. Kill it. Destroy target creature an opponent controls. Dang it. Ugh, that's just so annoying. Did that just not have ward? Is there a reason they could just play that for free without paying for ward? Sacrifice 3 non-land permanents. If this card would be... Why did that get around ward? Does anyone know? Am I not understanding something? I don't know how that was possible. It just didn't ward away anything. Oh, nowhere to run? I see. Sweeper. Zombify? I swear, nowhere to run throws me off so much. I feel like that happens to me way more than it should. Alright, I drew a really good card, so I'm going to cast it. That's what I'm going to do. Let's just do this to... Actually, no, there's no interaction here. Let's just plus. I'm not convinced there's interaction. Alright, we're doing stuff. We're doing stuff. I can cast the other arena with Ujin in play. That doesn't mean Ujin's going to stay in play, though. No, I have the option to cast this whenever I want. And, again, I think the second arena would actually kill me, so... Now, look at that. Okay. Kind of annoying. Could have killed it myself. Probably should have killed it myself. That might have cost me the game. Well, Rise is funny. And And then play the Darkness Crystal, I guess. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. Could have been worse. Enters. It deals X. Alright, I can't, like, stop that. Target opponent discards a card. Alright, I can't cast the second arena. I'm also almost dead to their commander. And each turn it's getting closer and closer to that reality. So... what do we have? Oh man, I really wish I... well, there's not much I could do. I'm gonna cast it. But, again, I know of a bunch of board wipes and stuff. Simulacrum? Sure. I can't kill that in response. Oh, I guess I could have actually killed it before I cast my... yeah, before I did that, I could have blown this up. But that, again, it doesn't really save me from the primary issue at hand here. Which is these creatures are still just susceptible to dying anyways. Their crystal gains life. Huh, yeah. Nothing I can do about that. My hand is annoying. Let's see, if I kill that, nowhere to run. Why do I even care about this? It's not like I can... yeah, no, I don't know why I'm so caught up about that. They probably take one of these two. I mean, they actually could just take those two. Doesn't matter. They do take that. Huh. Kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. I draw a hot steaming nothing. Recast my commander? Tiny Bones. Let's just take threats. Let's do this. Well, they might have drew the board wipe. It might not have been in their hand the whole time. They can kill me over 2 turns as well. They don't actually have to do it all at once. Yep. There's just literally nothing I can do about that, so... oh, I guess I could have killed it so they didn't gain life. No, but how do I play from here? I can't let this die, because it will kill me. So... a game going to decking is my only out? Doesn't feel very good. Or reliable. Especially the way I'm drawing. Okay. Okay, that doesn't stop it. It doesn't reduce the damage from the X cost. So no. And my hand is all exactly the same, so you can do whatever you want there. It's all just removal. They forced me to kill it, so now it kills me next turn. Yeah, my out here was like Ujin, and they killed it, so. Oh my goodness. Alright, well I can take these two. Is there a creature in a graveyard that matters? Oh my goodness, there actually is. This might actually help me. Okay, didn't expect that. Oh, we did it. We did it. We actually did it. No way. I get a Valgavoth and I start to gain life. The Nowhere to Run is still in play, by the way, but wow, that's crazy. Oh my god, they just ran out of stuff, I guess. They could have swept the board. They could have swept the board with this thing. I could continuously do that, though, right? This isn't gone. I can reanimate it again. And I can actually start to reanimate my commander as well with the Terminus, so I can just keep it in the graveyard. I'm not going to respect any stuff there. We also saw pretty much their entire deck, which kind of explains why that last one was like 7 lands, because they were just running out of actual cards that matter. This is another game where if it lasts long enough, you can actually stop your opponent from having any serious win conditions. The problem here is one of them is in the command zone and can be spammed, but wow, by the skin of our teeth, that was a crazy, crazy game. And I was right, the second Phyrexian Arena would have been a very bad idea. Neat. I didn't feel good about the second half of that game there. Man. I really want to play my opponent's commander. They did seem like they were actually doing what I want to do with it, which is pay 27 mana. And just blast someone in the face for 25. But it probably makes sense to just pay, like, 6 or something, and then just pay 6, like, 4 times or whatever. It is a giant, like, life swing as, like, a 4-mana investment or something. It gives you options. That's the main idea. Man, that was a great game. Did not feel good about the second half there. But who needs to feel good? Not us. Also, why do I have a second one of these hair picks? Where did that come from? What? I have 2 of these? I thought I only had 1 of these. Okay, well, found another hair pick. Can run Bobs? Huh? Words? What is that? When it dies, stuff. Alright. Oh, you meant... Yeah, okay. I didn't know if you meant literally Dark Confidant. I don't want to play Dark Confidant here, though. Bob Maher. He lost a lot of weight. Like in real life, I mean. If that wasn't obvious. He was like fine, and then he got big, and then he got fine again. Good on him. What does that do? Stuff. Okay, so commander or more mana rocks? Oh, I could do 1-1. Tiny Bones is pretty... Oh, hey! Yeah, Tiny Bones, because it's incredibly annoying. The rest of them are okay, but this is just a parked removal spell, really? Can maybe just stop. Like, if they have to kill it, you're just not upset with that, right? Do I block this? Is this the best my commander is going to do? I'm not sure. 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it is. I think it is. Well, that was kind of scary, huh? Let's play you. Oh, let's name Rajay. Actually, let's name Human. And then play you. Play Tiny Boons. Summon Spagoo next turn. 5s, yep. Okay. Some cards that look a little weird in this commander. So 1, 2, 3. So 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can't cast it. Can't cast the thing first. They need a removal spell. Looks like they have a removal spell. Alongside of an extremely good card. Excellent. Of course they do. I top-decked right out of it. Amazing. Well, that's abysmal. Could I just play this? No, that's probably stupid. Yeah, now I'm just losing to Virtue. Fun. Of course, that doesn't answer it. Why would it? Have to exile this stupid thing. I have, like, nothing I can do. I'm just going to lose to this. Yep, alright, whatever. Love it. Sephiroth that just suddenly pivots into the slowest, greediest deck that doesn't care about Sephiroth at all. Don't think I'm going to anticipate that 99% of the time out of Sephiroth. Board wipes kind of makes sense, I guess, but killing your own Sephiroth to me is still kind of stupid. But not when you have 55 10-minute spells. Didn't stop him from having a perfect curve either. They had the ideal 1-drop, ideal 2-drop, all that jazz. And then just, like, curved all the way up to 9 perfectly. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, this does nothing for a while. Maybe that's fine. We sort of do nothing for a while anyways, so. Also, what is this? What is this playboard? What is this map? They're really thinking about their hand here. They're not AFK, so... Oh yes, they had to really think about that. Of course. One to the 3 in the play, I lose? No, I guess not. Oh, they can play double 2-drop. Can still go back to immediately losing to this. Alright, we didn't immediately lose to it. Look at that. Look at that. Well, killing it at this point doesn't feel productive, so... Alright. Guess I should have killed it. Who knows, maybe they still had a land. I am insanely far behind. Don't draw land. Of course. Can't play that. Yep. Well, sometimes your opponent gets everything. I mean, at this point, there is no reason to kill the land rails. Can you re-adventure? You can adventure again, right? Well, oh, it's too late to kill it now. They have exactly 5 mana, though. No, I mean, let's not... What are we doing here? Okay. Oops! Oops! Played the wrong one. I played the wrong removal spell. Psychic damage. Whoopsie daisies. That's my bad. Psychic damage is real. Let's just pass. help me make Liliana actually good. Yeah, that was... I didn't do myself any favors this game, just wasting that removal spell there. Why am I reading it? Because it blows up artifacts? Opponent is clearly not struggling to do that anyways. Oh. God! Oh my god, what am I doing? Whatever. What am I doing? I've literally wasted my entire hand. I've just wasted it. I've just completely wasted it. Ah, yes, just in time. Well, in the impossible scenario in which this game continued... No, you know, out of just, like, merit, I should concede. I literally did every single thing wrong while also complained. That was just an awful, awful game there. I wasted my entire hand. Wow, that's unbelievable. Yeah, that Llanowar Elves just had me so tilted there. Llanowar Elves put me on full tilt. Like, I tilted so hard my head hit the ceiling of my room. Alright, we just edit that one out real quick. You know, just move on. You would think I was a different player compared to the other games we played. You'd think there's someone else behind the monitor. Whoa. That was... woof. That was awful. Wow. That was actually kind of impressive. It's not easy to play that bad. Alright. What does this hand do? Stuff? Wait, what? Okay, that's just a... what? But you want the graveyards. Why would you remove my okay. Let's play this card. Oh yeah, look at that. The perfect discard right away. Excellent. So, Sweeper, kill, reanimate, they get Malcolm back. This is a 4/4. And then, I don't really think it matters. No, it really doesn't. My opponent just discarded probably the best thing ever. Yep, I can't really do anything about it. Well, this commander looks completely cracked in half when you have it perfectly right when you want it. And there's nothing I can do about it. My opponent, for some unbelievable reason, decided not to do it. I am beyond confused. I don't get it. You may have this enter as a copy of any creature. Why did you not do it? That makes no sense. Alright. So they're going to do it next turn, I guess. Let's do this on human. And Liliana Plus keeps itself alive. There are a lot of arguments that I should probably just play the removal spell and feel really stupid. Nope, we're going here. Cover up Council? Yeah, just so my opponent doesn't have it. Alright, so now do you do it? You gave me time to find a sweeper, so it's way worse now. Like, they had the perfect scenario and just didn't do it. I don't get it. This exiles the card. You can only do it once. It's only getting a Malcolm, right? Yep. Alright. I mean, again, I feel like this should have been in play last turn. It's still good here. It's just not as good. I just, like, gave up perfection for some weird reason. Okay, so let's proceed to stay alive. Seems like a good idea. And there is a Abyssal Harvester in the graveyard, which I don't care about. Look at the top 3, put one to your hand, the rest in the graveyard. Alright, they milled over Jekt. Play Kiora, which is actually really close to making 8/8s. Okay, it can now actually make 8/8s. I probably should stop that. Search the library for a demon. I can't get Delirium. I don't think I actually have a demon in my hand, or my deck. I don't think I do. Probably a good idea to cast this, and probably a good idea to stop them from making an 8/8, even though they can maybe do it later. And there's no reason to cast this. Are there any demons in my deck? Because I don't have any memory of that. I don't think there's any demons in there. Okay, sure. They're going the slow game here. They're not just going in on some stats. Can kind of respect that. Because of that, I won't play the Ujin. Just play those. Alright, they're over it. Yeah, I think there was a turn there where, I mean, they literally did the best thing possible, which was draw, discard, and before their commander shows up. They discarded one of the best creatures to discard, and then just didn't do it. I don't know why. They would have gotten back Malcolm. I think I would have lived. But they should have just done the thing. Kind of crazy. Yeah, there's no Valkavoth in my deck. Kind of crazy there. Also, this is... I don't understand. Why would you remove my creatures as an option? There are a lot of graveyard strategies, maybe, that you would want to shut down, but you can also just let your opponent mill and then just take the cards. There's just... Like, a Ghost Vacuum stops the graveyard stuff anyways, while also leaving whatever you want for your own graveyard strategy. So you don't have to, like, completely remove your opponent's graveyard. It's kind of strange there. They also killed this. Huh. I guess I'd like to see that, yeah. Yeah, there's no Valgavoth. I don't think I would ever play Valgavoth here. It's just really bad. It's just really bad. I mean, Ardrin's nice. Kind of. But, like... let's see, is there any demons? Nope. Are there any good life linking things? I mean, our life total's not really that relevant, but... Yeah, Ghost Factory's not free, but it costs 1. It's kind of just free. Also, Leyline is only free sometimes. You only have 1 Leyline. It's like, oh, I'm going to keep this hand because there's a Leyline in it. You're going to notice that your win rate went down because you're keeping a hand just for Leyline that most of the times probably doesn't do anything. Actually, most of the times negatively impacts your commander because you can reanimate your opponent's stuff. So Alcatraz is actually kind of nice. Although it's it's pretty hard to get this back. It's hard to get this back, I'd say. There's plenty of games my opponent has a full grip or can just hold lands or something. Shieldred? What? Why do you keep scaring me with your words? Why do you keep scaring me? Stop being scary. Is against me, so they always have it. Fair enough. I mean, it doesn't do anything. Beseech the Mirror? Beseech the Mirror? You can't play Beseech the Mirror, can you? No, you can't play that one. I feel like I would have seen that by now. Can you? Oh, yeah. I think you can. Yeah. That was fine. You can play that one, right? I hadn't considered that one. It's an Eldraine, okay. Spell Pierce? Aha! They got me. Let's name Rogue. Let's play you. Alright, Mana Rock for non-creatures. Counters. Flips into that. Okay. Yeah, the black crystal's kind of neat. It's kind of neat. Please. Ah, they didn't counter it. No, you counter this? Come on. I know you want to. Man. Toxic. Land would be ideal. This is a game where Spell Pierce was hit on a Mana Rock. That could impact my opponent negatively over the course of this game. Let's simply pass the turn, especially when my opponent doesn't do anything ever. Find it maybe unlikely they do anything. Correct. Look at that. Demolition Field. Alright, well there goes my... that thing. They only have double blue now, though, which clearly they don't have an issue with. Or, oh, no, it's triple blue. Oh, they get a mountain here for sure. Do you care about your commander? Well, I'm sure they do care about their commander. Can I kill it twice? Nope. This card is upsetting me now. What do I do? Alright, well, I drew something that might matter, so. Alright. We got in there. I wonder if they recommit that card. I find it somewhat likely. They did not play... oh, never mind. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery, draw. No Spell Pierce. No Spell Pierce. Okay. Oh, what? It was discounted. Come on. Land, please? Okay, well, at least I can do something. Get rid of this stupid thing for 7 mana. Or not. Or I just can't play the game. That works too. I just literally can't stop anything ever. Opponent just answers every single card I cast. That also works. Fun. That also works. Yeah, this is a standard brawl. Oh, I did change the title of the stream. I was confused. It's been... this title of the stream's been standard brawl for like 4 days now. I don't really have any interest in playing Historic Brawl right now. The new cards have not changed that. Actually, the power level of the new cards is probably not going to show up. Like, those cards aren't going to show up too much in Historic Brawl anyways. Alright, if I draw a land, we're happy. If I don't, we're still okay. Boom, boom, boom. I've not played against this yet. Cruel Claw's Heist can completely annihilate their strategy. Yeah, I think I'm keeping this, I guess. This commander doesn't quite enjoy one-drops as much as other ones. Like, it doesn't really want to play Llanowar Elves without an army of one-drops. I don't know, it's just got... It needs a lot to happen in perfect sequential order. But, my opponent is here, and they're going to try. They have the advantage of the play. They do not cast their commander? Okay, that's what I thought. That would have been really weird. I'm not going to let them draw, because it could severely disrupt their entire strategy. Okay, they don't have any lands, and their hand is kind of bad. So I'll take the free draw. It's a very good thing I did not let them draw. Look at that. I will send them back to the Stone Ages. Alright, yep. Get schmeeded. Isn't regular Brawl the standard one? Standard Brawl's like a real format, isn't it? Historic Brawl's like... vintage. Historic Brawl has like banned in EDH cards. I have not seen Ketramos yet. I can spam my commander, but I don't know where that gets me. My opponent's commander, not the skill... Well, even graveyard stuff. Yeah, there's a lot that doesn't do much. Okay. I don't even know what I'm really looking for, actually. Yeah, I've played Golbez. I have a video of it. I have no idea what this takes, and I don't think it matters too much. Probably the scroll, actually. I'd rather play against Ujin than Ketramos. Ketramos is kind of the sole commander I just don't feel confident trying to beat consistently. But I can actually beat Ujin consistently. They're not casting their commander. Okay. I will play probably Gilded Lotus next turn. Although, I mean, again, this deck just blows up all your stuff. It doesn't actually have to be a creature. Ketramos itself is a little annoying, but I guess it's not the worst thing ever. Alright, mana's in play. What do you got? Ideally not an answer to the Gilded Lotus. Although, I guess I don't need the Gilded Lotus. They do not swing with the man land. What do I make of that? I don't know. I'm going to cast my commander for the first time. So what we're going to do. And we're going to hit... I have no idea, actually. Killing this isn't even productive. And they probably want to kill on their own turn to draw. Duress is funny. Exile target non-land permanent. Okay, I mean, yeah. Duress actually has text on it. Let's take the Virtue. And, yeah. Please kill my commander so I can do it again. Dang it. Kill it on your turn so I can do it again? I have to put it to the command zone. Otherwise, they just leave it exiled for all eternity. It's not ideal. So, let's kill this so I can get my thing here. And I could just warp it, actually. Yeah, we don't have to forward-facingly cast it. And I can attack this 1, 2, 3. So I can do -3/-3. Let's just get rid of Ketramos and make them recast it. Which, I mean, to be fair, is not the craziest thing possible, but it's a thing I did, so. If I do recast it, we can cast this for 4 now. That's actually pretty nice too, but I have to do this. So. Doot, 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 doot. I can actually spam that, which is really funny. Thank you for the Virtue. Hand is full of really not great removal right now. Wasn't sure if they were going to cast that right then and there. They can blow up my Virtue, though, and they can do it before it triggers. I might just have to let that happen. Or we could just cast this. This is probably fine. Oh, I can do both? Oh, wait, what? Eh? No, I can't. No, that's fine. Let's... pass the turn? I don't know what I'm thinking about here. Yeah, it was 1 off. This costs 6, right? Yeah. I don't need the Gilded Lotus anymore if they're contemplating blowing it up. They played the land I didn't know about. Bit of a mistake there. Bit of a mistake. Okay, I redrew that. I can just recast it, kill this again. But it's not doing anything currently. There's no exile in hand. I don't necessarily have to do anything about it. So... let's see. Oh, more answers to their commander. That's pretty cool. Target opponent exiles a creature they control and their graveyard. Hello. And... artifact or creature? This has flash. That has flash. Okay, we're just gonna play it nice and boring then. Let's just Banishing Light. No reason to Strategic Betrayal. Sure. Now we can Strategic Betrayal. They did not... well, they couldn't fundamentally do anything goofy there. Anything in the graveyard? Yeah, let's just cast this now. That's fine. I'm okay with just exchanging it like that. Okay, this is still indestructible, obviously. They still have Feed the Swarm. We can... alright, we did it! Wow, okay, I mean... yeah, when... when this isn't swinging and I can just exile and minus it over and over, it's not that amazing. And yeah, they're just a bunch of completely dead cards. Because again, my commander, I don't care if it dies, ever. Wow. Alright. This is the second commander where I feel like Ketramos is just a nightmare and I'm just trampling it. Sweet. The 2-mana side of Virtue? Huh? Oh, on this? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Whoops, I could have -3/-3 there. That's my bad. Alright. Correct. I was talking about a turn earlier and then just changed my mind. Apparently. I was like, oh, should I do this? And then I didn't, and then I forgot about it the next turn. Yep, that would have been better. Would have been better. Fortunately, I still had even more answers to Ketramos there, so it wasn't like it would have cost me. Okay, this is the trade life totals and draw that many cards. So you can lower your life total, or you can bludgeon your opponent. Although if you lower your own, I don't know how you'd want to trade. So you're probably attacking your opponent's life total. Or we're playing weird stuff. That works too. We like weird stuff here. When it deals damage, you lose that much life. I'm just going to kill it. I'm realizing now my hand is a bit sketchy. Okay, we found the land for this at least. This card has been oddly satisfying. Very strange card. Okay. Like, you don't even care if they kill it. It's like a weird... weird, thing, Solemn Simulacrum. Cycling a Spectral Pile-Up. What? Is this a human? Oh, it is a human. Oh, hey, a new card. Alright, things are happening. But it gets rid of 2 lands, sure. I will Windmill Slam Liliana and force you to kill it. Everyone's killed it so far. Like every single player. So the format is quite prepared for this. Quite prepared. Unbelievable. Actually didn't die. Big and true. Just not going to cast my commander if I don't have to. The algorithms are giving it to you? Well, I'll take it. Including all these cards. Oh hey, a free Gilded Lotus. Look at that. I would argue maybe not necessary, but it's now here. So this so far is like Blacklight Control, but it's not playing Ketramos. My commander's about to... I mean, my Planeswalker's about to ultimate as well. Let's see, do we rob any good stuff? I will take anything that stops... Okay, we'll take those. There is a combo there, and I don't want to see it, so... There is a combo with one of these, I think. Rather not have that exist. This must find something right now. Oh, it does! No, it does. Alright, well, I can't be too upset. We got an insane amount of value out of that card, and there's just nothing I can do. Alright, fair enough. Dang it. Ugh. So close. One turn too slow. Don't kill my commander. That would not be great. Okay. My whole hand is removal. Like, my entire hand is removal. I should probably put these map tokens on my commander? Yeah, because I want them to kill it. I really would like you to kill my commander. That would be ideal. I am not going to ever play these cards because I don't want my opponent to get them back from the graveyard. Yep. I just don't want these in play. If they die and then they have access to these abilities, it could be severely problematic. I could try to surprise lethal with them, but I'm just not going to do that, especially when they're in the position of I must cast a sweeper anyways, kind of? Well, sort of. I mean, this is a survivable board state, probably. Swapping life totals is funny here. They do not swap life totals. I will not kill rabbits. What if I just... No. Nope. Nope. Whenever an opponent loses life, you gain that much life. Whenever an opponent... Okay. So I can go to 6? Is that what my opponent wants to do? Okay, it is. If you lost life, draw that many. Sure. So we go to 6, and then we go to... 4? Which I probably shouldn't go to 4. And then cast... that there. And I can kill this, and then they can't really swap ever again. At least I don't think they can. Oh, we also have the window to cast these. Alright, so let's actually read these. Opponent would lose life, they lose twice that much. Opponent loses life, you gain that much. I don't want to gain any life, because then my opponent exchanges again, right? Probably not a good idea. One would argue. Alright, we're both at the same life totals. Massacre Worm, that kills a zombie. I should probably kill it in response. I lose 2 life all the same, but this way I guess I lose slightly less life, I don't know. Well, you're dead on board. This only taps for mana on exiled spells. Very strange card. It's not like the dream mana rock we all wish it was. Alright, they've committed Sudoku. Nice. Yeah, this is a weird commander. What just happened here was not part of my understanding of it when I had first looked at it, but yeah, it does. If you attack your opponent down to like 3 and you're just sitting at 25 the whole game, they can just spend 7 mana and swap life totals. And if they have any kind of threat and you put them to 3 and swap, they just fly and hit you for 3 or something. Or you swung all out and then they just hit you with like a 3 damage thing. Like if I put them to 2, the rabbits were just lethal. It is exceptionally difficult, I'd argue, to pull that off. But my opponent kind of came close to it. But as you can see, it's... unless you really close it out in that gotcha turn, it's not really going to pan out too well. Yeah, it's tough to pull that off, I'd say. I cast from exile pretty often. Do I? Is that even true? With my commander, I suppose I do. Like mine specifically, yeah. I guess. I haven't had mana issues, though. I'd rather my Mana Rock tap for every card in my deck, and also just tap for the exiled cards anyways. Like, Hedron Archive does literally both. It just does both. No, we got the same thing again, tragic. Also, I have to purchase the stupid Mastery Pass at some point. I'll probably do it later, but... oh, we get a Sliver pet? Oh. We get a Sliver pet. Sliver is my first creature type. First tribal thing I ever played was Slivers. Why is the blade arm not in the middle of the chest? Shouldn't the arm be sticking out of the chest there? It's coming out of the right side. That's weird. Pretty sure the arm is right down the center. Must confirm. Shall confirm. Down the middle? Oh, those ones are weird. Those ones are weird. Down the middle. Left side. Wait. Can I please see every sliver in the game? Can we... please? Is this every sliver in the game? That's not true. Is this every sliver? That does not seem right at all. This is not... what? Can we please? How do you view your entire collection without it being stupid? I never thought about that. How do you actually see every card in the game without trying to make a deck? I thought your collection was your collection. Yeah, now out of spite, I refuse to look at it this way. I must figure it out. How do I see every card in the game here? Sliver. Oh, okay, now it works. Alright, I don't know what changed. I clicked all sets, and it's like, oh, you didn't want all the sets. Okay, for some reason, when you click all sets, it removes cards. It's probably because these aren't actually representing every card in the game. Alright, whatever. Figured it out. Anyways, center, weird, center, weird, really weird. Yeah, weird, left, weird. Huh. I didn't realize how, like, attractive that sliver was. Alright. Weird. Center. Weird. 2. Weird. Right? No, that's one of the weird ones. Center. All over the place. Center. Weird. That's the center. 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 Technically center. Looks like center. Center. Yeah, the Mastery Pass pet is not centered in the sliver arm. Literally unplayable. Literally unplayable. Yeah, it would be cool to see all the slivers show up. At the rate at which they're adding insane things, I guess anything's possible. We see, I mean, we just got crop rotation and ponder, so I think harmonic sliver would be pretty tame in comparison. Pretty tame. Alright, we know what it looks like to beat Ketramos. We don't know what it looks like to lose to Ketramos. Can I keep a slow, ridiculous hand? Probably. I don't want to think against this deck. We just play cards. We play cards until we run out of them. Rest in peace. Sure. Gotta rest in peace, Truther. Let us play this thing. The old Heartless Summonings. Play that and this. Okay. Interesting timing. Particularly strange timing, if you will. Can you play lands? Correct. I've never actually grabbed a land yet. So, all of these are kind of lame. Let's take that and... Who gets this warped? You do. Okay. Okay. I could have probably grabbed a land there. I don't know. I mean, both of these are sort of okay. It doesn't matter if I warp or not. It's just going to die anyways. There's no other thing that makes sense to me. Yeah, we're just going to run this out. I found a land. I don't have to play it off this, though. Didn't do that on their own turn. If it mattered. Oh, they are swinging. Okay. Do you sack it? Should probably sack it. You want to do it now. Okay, they didn't do that. Okay, name Rajay. And... Double Edict. I feel like I don't care about Rest in Peace. I really feel like I don't care about Rest in Peace. Okay, let's just do this. I can continuously play it if I keep hitting like a land out of my opponent's library. Assuming that's the best thing to do. So... Outrageous Robbery... Exercise? Let's not get ridiculously greedy. I really should just safely grab stuff like that. Let's get rid of their commander. I would be okay if my opponent had to recast it, so. It would be very unusual if they tried to protect it here. Actually, I don't think Ketchermos plays protection spells, so. Okay, that's... I mean, that kind of is a protection spell. So be it. I will block the Werefox. My opponent will not let me block the Werefox. Alright. So, Ujin into no other colorless card is kind of awkward. Let's just do this for 4. Bro, how many cards do you... What? Oh, they just have both of them. Of course they do. Alright, my opponent has both of the Flicker cards in Standard. Of course. Do we cast anything? No. Can cast my commander and then start to die. This helps me find a land. So. Yes! Yes! Catcher, most players just don't want to deal with it. I mean, this is... I don't have any other card... Oh, I do, but... This is kind of an egregious example of another colorless card. I mean, they can just recast this. You can just recast it, right? Like, how many times... It actually hasn't died yet. You could just cast it again. I'm gonna plus and then do nothing. Yeah, rest in peace... surprisingly not a big deal. I wonder if this is actually a good matchup. So far, I've just been trampling it, so... Huh. Like, okay, let's look at the hand. This is not really doing anything at all. Neither is this. Neither is this, really. This isn't either because of Rest in Peace, and they don't have any targeted things I can kill it. And this is kind of useful. So yeah, my hand is, like, kind of just bad, but I can keep casting my commander. Alright, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, I've had my fill of this. I might play more on the off day. I don't normally play on Wednesdays and Thursdays, but I might, just because it's a new set, play, like, a quick thing or something. Or I'll just play, like, way later and just not stream it. But we'll see. But for now, we're done. Okay, so this is just better than Gonti, in my opinion. I wasn't sure if that was going to be the case. It's hard to say, like, oh, it's obviously better because it sees 2 cards, but, like, it does cost 5, and it doesn't have efficient death touch or anything, but looking at 9 cards in Standard is a huge chunk of your opponent's cards, right? It's just huge. I mean, even in Historic Brawl, it's a lot of cards. However, in Historic Brawl, there's a lot of exceptionally... Not only are the decks way larger, like, way larger, there are exceptionally terrible, like, chunks of 9 you could see. Now, you can stop combo cards, like Emergent Ultimatum and stuff in Historic, but you can also see 9 cards of, like, a bunch of lands, and then a bunch of mana dorks, and you just feel really bad. So, I really think this shines just in Standard, and in a Singleton format where you can actually just take the 2 cards that you think are really good against you, and not even good against your opponent, can go a very long way. In fact, I had a few games where I feel as though I won because I took 4 cards that were extremely crucial to my opponent's game plan, and I just have no reason to cast them. I can just keep them exiled, right? Especially if it's a creature that my opponent could reanimate if I cast it. You don't have to cast the cards. I also never really went for a land, and there's some instances where it probably would have made sense to, and I just didn't. So, as the inner black player, you know, you always got to stop being greedy, as the black players tend to be, right? I'll pay life for everything and all that jazz. Black market connections is like an example. Oh, your opponent pays 6 life every turn, then it died. Your opponent died from that. So always be aware that you can do that. I think I did it at the very end there. So yeah, Ketramos was a matchup I wasn't expecting to be good, but it felt fine when I saw it. And Ujin I never saw, but I think Ujin is pretty beatable. We have Ujin of our own. We have colorless threats, kind of, and we can just play our opponent's cards repeatedly, and they can't really stop the mana rocks. So you could probably beat Ujin all the same. Again, I thought Ketramos was going to be the worst matchup, and I had that covered, so I think Ujin may be a bit more beatable there. Liliana almost ultimated, but not quite. There probably are better cards than this. I know there's like the weird heist, like, oh, steal the top cards of your opponent's deck for X or whatever. I don't know about that one, but this could be a removal spell, it could be a card draw spell, it could be some kind of more annoying style threat because this was killed every single time it was cast. So take that for what you will. I got close. I had it at 9 loyalty, but then my opponent found the removal spell, so it is what it is. But I did like the amount of mana. I did end up adding more removal spells because I felt like I was just dying to... Yeah, there was a big chunk in the first few games of just creature decks where I felt like I should just be able to kill everything, and I wasn't doing that. So like, oh, I gotta try to do that. There's a new sweeper, which I don't have, which I wish I did, but I don't have it. This thing. This is just another board wipe in the color of black for standard. And there you go. I would have probably put it in this deck if I had it, but I didn't, so I didn't put it in here. But this card is now in the game, just to be aware of that. What else? What else? This was actually pretty good. Heartless Summon... is it Heartless Summoning? Yeah, it's basically Heartless Summoning. It's somewhat better than Heartless Summoning specifically for this, because my commander dies and doesn't just sit there as a 0-1. It actually would die. So this is kind of nice. The 2/2s are also pretty cool. I didn't feel bad about that at all, ever. I could probably play the Black Crystal, sort of, to do that sort of Davriel discount style thing as well, if I really wanted to. I never played with this card before, but I really liked it, especially in this deck. There's a lot of permanents that are also evasive permanents, like mana rocks and whatnot. So this was really nice. It felt like effectively another Solemn Simulacrum. It's always satisfying to cast this, especially when your opponent like really doesn't want to kill it. Even if you've warped it, they still might not want to kill it, because it's like, I was going to trigger anyways, and it's a 6-mana investment later, but I really liked it. The Graveyard Reanimate thing with Virtue is nice. This card is... Oh, not that one. Where are you? This card is just insane. I know it is just kind of a mana rock. It has an obscene upside. It's indestructible. So if you sack your commander to this, once your commander... Because it's exiled, you have to put it back to the command zone after. But after that point, this can just keep grabbing your commander over and over. And again, it's indestructible. This card is just insane. I know... It feels really weird and lame to burn a Mythic, especially as a free-to-play player, on a mana rock, but this is just insane. This is insane. I don't know what they were thinking when they made this card. That's just nuts. And, fortunately, on Magic Arena, it isn't a goofy-looking card with, like, Thanos' hands in it. It looks like a Magic card, so there you go. If you actually want to play the card and have it feel like a real Magic card, boom. Now's the time. Stonks are high. Yeah, that's a funny thing about this year specifically. I don't know if it's going to happen with every Marvel set. I've heard that it is, but if that is the case, Magic Arena will have more Magic in it than paper Magic will, which is a very strange thing. But I suppose even with the Alchemy cards that don't have a paper version, we already sort of have that happening. But I prefer the, real cards, silver like Spider-Man things just looming in my deck would feel kind of weird. And I'm kind of glad they're just not here. I am a fan of Spider-Man, but I just, if I had to throw my opinion out there, if everyone has their opinion about it already, I prefer to play with Magic cards. I don't play Marvel Snap. I don't want to play Marvel Snap. I watch Marvel movies. I like Spider-Man, one of my favorite heroes. I just don't care to play Doc Ock in the Command Zone or a Spider-Man in the Command Zone in a non, like, in Standard of all things, where like there's just no place to avoid the goofy Spider-Man cards. You just like they're everywhere forever, but not on Magic Arena, so that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I like the strategy. It can go very long too. You can play a long game with this, and you can play it. You can cast this like 12 times, and eventually you'll just get every single one of your opponent's game-winning cards. And I mean, you can actually get stuff. It's not just stopping your opponent. You can grab sweepers. 9 cards is so many cards. Like this is almost better. I wonder if it is. This might be better than Grenzo. I don't know if it's better than like pre-nerf, but like post-nerf Grenzo. This is probably better than that. I don't really know, but we'll see. We shall see. But yeah, I can recommend this craft. This is a really cool commander. I felt safe against most strategies. I did get cyberbullied by decks with counterspell spam. There's not a lot of that in Standard, though. And it's still beatable. You have Cavernous Souls, right? But by the time you're casting a 5-mana 2/3 over and over, I don't think your opponent cares if it resolves, right? You stealing 2 counterspells does not stop you from losing a game of counterspell nonsense. But outside of that kind of strategy, I felt like I was just really, really just in the driver's seat in a lot of games. So, yep. Let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. We need to revisit old stuff like Alara and Lorwyn. Well, I think we get Lorwyn next year. I think so. So you got that one coming. Alara would be cool, though. Yeah, it's like they ran out of ideas, so it's always like return to Ravnica, return to Innistrad, return. It's like you can make new sets and not have them be cowboys and space flight and what's the other one? 1980s horror. Like your creative team we ran out of ideas. You know, like, bro, just ask ChatGPT. No one needs to know. No one needs to know. All right, GG's, get out of here.